Girlfriend wanted a break, doubting my fidelity. 5 weeks later, she turned up pregnant. So, yeah, I thought I had it all figured out. My girlfriend and I had been together for 2 years, and things were going great. We'd met in college, both working hard to get our degrees, both ready to make something out of our lives. I was just wrapping up grad school, and we'd been planning for what was next. You know? Moving in together, setting up a nice life. Hell, I even had a plan to propose to her by next year. I hadn't told her that yet, but it was on my mind all the time. We'd talked about our future so much. It was like I could already see it playing out day by day. We'd joke around about what we'd name our kids. She loved the name Ella for a girl, and I thought Jackson sounded cool for a boy. We'd get all carried away picturing life 10, 20 years from now with a dog, a couple of kids, and some little house somewhere, and I really thought we were both on the same page with all of it. It felt like this was the person I was meant to be with. No question. And, yeah, maybe I was a bit blind about it. You see, I work in nursing, and I'm around a lot of women. That's just how it is in this field. My best friend from nursing school is a woman, and my best man for my future wedding was actually going to be her. I get that some people might see that as a problem. So I made it clear to my girlfriend early on that these friendships were just friendships, nothing more. I didn't want there to be any jealousy or weirdness hanging over us. And for a long time, she seemed cool with it, or at least I thought she was. Now looking back, maybe there were signs I missed. But at the time, it seemed like everything was smooth. We'd talk about anything and everything. But around New Year's, she got a bit weird. We were at a friend's party, and she'd had a few drinks. Out of nowhere, she brought up that she didn't really like 2 of my friends in particular. Now I wasn't expecting that at all. She'd always been fine with my friends before, so hearing her say she had a problem with these 2 kind of threw me. I asked her why, and she just mumbled something about feeling like I might have had a thing with them before we started dating. It's wild to me because I never gave her any reason to think that. I tried to reassure her right there at the party, but she just kept giving me this look like she didn't believe me. It felt strange and honestly a bit insulting. Like, here I was, pouring my heart out to her, making all these plans for our future, and she was suddenly convinced I was lying about my friends? The next day when we were both sober, I brought it up again. I wanted to know where this was coming from because I'd never been anything but honest with her. I mean, these 2 friends she suddenly didn't trust were people I'd known for years. One of them, let's call her friend A, was the first real friend I'd made when I moved away from home for nursing school. She was like family to me, helped me get through some tough times when I was still getting used to being away from my hometown. The other, friend B, was someone I met during my first job in the ER. We were on night shifts together, bonding over exhaustion and crazy patient stories. They were both important parts of my life, but strictly in a friend way. Nothing else. She sat there listening, nodding, and eventually told me that she understood. She even apologized for overreacting. I thought that was it, honestly. Like, okay, we had a little blip, and now we were back on track. But something in her had shifted, and I didn't see it at the time. Over the next couple of months, things felt off, but I couldn't really put my finger on it. She'd still laugh at my dumb jokes and cuddle up to me on the couch, but I could feel this weird tension building. She wasn't as open as she used to be, and whenever I'd bring up future plans, she'd just nod along without the same excitement she used to have. I tried not to dwell on it. I figured maybe she was just stressed from work or something, but then I found out she'd been talking to a friend from high school, someone she'd known forever, who barely knew me at all. Apparently, they'd had a few conversations about me and these 2 friends she was suspicious of. Somehow, this friend of hers convinced her that I was lying. The whole thing sounds so dumb now, but at the time, it really hurt. Here was someone I loved, someone I was planning a future with, letting some random friend plant all these doubts in her head. It all came to a head one night when she flat out told me she didn't trust me. That was the first time I'd ever heard her say that, and it honestly floored me. I was mad, but more than anything, I felt betrayed. I'd done everything to make sure she felt secure in our relationship, made my boundaries with my friends clear, and here she was accusing me of what exactly?